So you might know that I have an Instagram page called Ghost PC, of course, and that page has just hit 10,000 people on it. And thank you so much, people. I appreciate it so much, and I decided to do a Q&A to answer some ghost-related questions and ghost-related things, and so this is what we're doing today. What is your favorite papa? That's an interesting question. That's a very good question, actually. I think Francis was the least bad one, wasn't he? Like the one that said like gay people deserve rights, and you know, he died recently and such, and I guess that would be my favorite. I don't know. I kind of like how Paul VI looked like a Mr. Bean impersonator. John the 23rd looked like a funny guy. It looks like he was hired to be the funny guy. Pius the 12th was fucking terrifying. I cannot imagine a scarier looking human. Oh, you're talking about the ghost guys. Okay, maybe a cop-out answer, but Papa Emeritus the 4th. Because I feel like he was the most fleshed out character, the most interesting character, the most, the one that feels more human, and he has some of the best looks. What do you think about the theory of Perpetua being a trans boy? Listen, I think I've seen every single one of the Papa Emerituses headcanoned as a trans boy. Like, and I consider these headcanons and not theories for, you know, obvious reasons. But I love that. I love that, and it means a lot to me. And a lot of people came to ask me because I started posting videos using my voice more, and then people hear what my voice sounds like, and then they see that I use female-leaning language when I'm on Instagram, and they're like, yo, what's up with that? And yes, people, I am a zombie queen, but I was born with a monstrous cock. So yeah, I'm a trans person over here, pre-op, pre-voice training, pre-HRT, pre-everything, but you know, I'm here living my life, and it just brings me a lot of joy that the ghost fandom is one that is so open and inclusive and, you know, so cool like that. What is your line of work studies? I was an English and theater teacher for 3 years. I'm graduating now in literature and linguistics, and I do revision, text revision, and I also do music professionally. Yay. What is your favorite ghost fan joke? Probably this one. Favorite ghost fan joke. Yeah, that feels good. What era did you get into ghosts? Late Meliora, Popestar, 2015, 16-ish. More about that in a bit. Do you have a favorite meme/post that I've made? Not really, because at least on Instagram, I feel like everything I've ever posted on Instagram is something that I like. I've never like posted anything trying to get likes or trying to be funny. No, I just posted stuff that I genuinely found funny, so I like all of it. Though recently this guy called Esteban just did a voice acting of one of the memes that I made, and I'm so proud of that one. It's kind of a reuse of an old joke, but it's so good. I posted it today when I'm filming this, like 2 days ago when you're watching this, and it makes me laugh. So no, I cannot choose a favorite. I don't choose favorites. I'm a good mom. Not a question, but me and my mom watch your YouTube channel. That's great. Hello, person that sent me on Instagram. Hello, that person's mom. I hope you're having a good time. And now I will make a joke about sex. Best line from B movie, Shan. Shan. Am I a joke to you? Do you think that just because I use the name B, do you think because of that? Yes, of course I have a favorite line from the B movie. It's the one where they get stinged on the chair and they're like, you don't even have a stinger. That's cultural appropriation. I don't know the exact words because I watched that movie in Portuguese, so whatever, but you know, I'll do a skit performing that for you shortly. For you, Shan, specifically for you, for nobody else. It's gonna be a private video on you. You're gonna have the link. Which papa would you get along with most, Tyriel? Well, that's a funny question. I feel like we don't know enough about Perpetua. I would find Copia annoying. Me and Terzo, we would fight because I would find him annoying as well in a completely different way, but we would fight. I wouldn't care much for Secondo, and I think Papa One just had that great balance between kind of doing his own thing and staying in his own lane and being absolutely freaking unhinged. And so I think we would do well. And you know what? Young Papa Nil. Only if we could be friends with benefits. Yeah, I said that. What has been your most jaw-dropping, holy shitballs moments by Ghost so far? It's gotta be when Impera dropped and I listened to the entire thing at like 2 a.m. in the morning, and all of the songs kept being like banger after banger after banger after banger, and then the album ends and it's about to end, and then Respite in the Spitalfields just hits you with the... That's so good. That was like when that theme came back for the end of the album. It was that's everything. You know, that was everything to me. Favorite singer: Tobias Forge, I like very much, and Gillen I like very much. Ronnie James Dio I like very much. Paloma Faith I like very much. It's kind of hard to choose. It's kind of very hard to choose. That's a very hard question. I owe you a better answer. Favorite Ghost moment, live or otherwise? You remember when, like in Live from the Ministry, when during Spillways, like second verse, Papa just stops singing for whatever reason, and then you hear just Sunshine and Swiss like harmonizing with each other on the second voices, and it's just such a weird sounding moment. It sounds so very cool. I don't know, that one gives me chills. I have no idea why I thought this specific moment, but I just did. If you could ask Tobias Forge one question, what would it be? How do you manage? How do you do everything at once? You do everything at once. How do you do that? It would probably be something like this, and he would give me a very dumb, very stupid answer, like, you can make a potato gratin or something like that. Fucker, motherfucker. If you could replace any ghoul for a single concert, who would it be and at which concert? That's great. Wow, that's a great question. I actually played bass in a Ghost cover band for a while, but if I were to replace any ghoul, I think I would make a very fine, like, backing singer slash third guitar slash... That just sounds very fun. I would like to do that for an entire concert. And I don't know. I think I would have a lot of fun doing that. What was the one song that made you become a Ghost fan? That's an easy question to answer. Square Hammer. I was aware of Ghost since at least 2013 when they played Rock in Rio, and I was watching that on the TV, but I didn't pay a lot of attention to it because at the time I was like 12, and I was waiting for Iron Maiden, and I watched that show, and Ghost didn't really have an impact on me because I didn't pay attention to their show. But then in like 2016, I took a vacation and I went to the United States, and Square Hammer was playing on the radio like every 5 seconds, and so that song was etched into my brain. And then later I was watching one of those like Loudwire top metal songs of the year, and Square Hammer was on the list, and it was a live video, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? That's so good. Why is that good? And then I fell in the rabbit hole and never recovered. Misha the Russian Tortoise asks, favorite kind of pie? I hope that you understand how much of a real one you are. This is one of the people that's been on the page since like day one. And so, you know, I wouldn't be anywhere without you, Misha the Russian Tortoise. And to make lime pie, to eat probably lime pie as well, but strawberry tart comes in a very close second. If every Papa Emeritus was a Pokemon, what Pokemon would what Pokemon would they be? Are you the person who asked that on the Ghost subreddit the other day? Because I remember seeing that and everyone was angry at it because nobody on Reddit likes to have fun, and nobody on Reddit likes people who have fun. And I hate Reddit, and I avoid it like the plague. And I think... I don't know. I don't know enough about Pokemon to answer this one, but I think Copia would be very much the one that has a headache, the duck that has a headache. I forget his name. and then Papa 3 would be the Piplup, and we can get Nil to be Hippopotamus because that's the color scheme that matches. Hobbies outside of ghost memes. I was gonna say music, but I do that professionally now, so I don't know if that counts. So literature, I read a lot. I collect marbles, and I model trains. You can't see the train models, but they're right here. You can't see much of anything, can you? And coin collecting. I really like to collect little shiny things. I may be some kind of bird. Page origin story. This is a very good question. So it was like 2021 or 22. I already had a meme page for another band, but it was a very limited page because it was kind of a niche band, and the reach wasn't that good. It was just me and my friends on that Instagram page making jokes that only me and my friends would get. And then I thought, what if I do that with the other band that I'm obsessed with, which is Ghost? And I went on Instagram to check Ghost memes, and oh my god, were they shit! I'm sorry, but Ghost memes used to be so bad, so unbelievably bad, and so unfunny. They were so unfunny that I had to step in, and somebody had to, actually make something actually fun. So if I were to tell the page origin story, it would be probably a mix of my unhealthy obsession with the band Ghost and pure unadulterated hubris. Just big arrogance. When Right Here, Right Now came out, I guess that was like when people were very hyped about Ghost, and the page grew a lot. And then now with Skeleta coming out, the page just grew a lot, and I'm super grateful. I'm super happy. I love doing this. Do you like Repugnant, Tobias's death metal album from way back when? Yes, I do. I wouldn't say it's my favorite epitome of darkness, right, from Repugnant. I wouldn't say it's my favorite death metal record, but it's in a style that I like. I really like the old school death stuff, the D-sides and the death and the obituaries, and my favorite death metal band is Carcass. And so, that album has some really good tracks in it. It's a lot of fun to put it on when I want something a little bit more raw and aggressive. Right now, death metal bands that I'm listening to: 200 Snab Wounds, Pyrexia, and Cosmophage. Very good. Recommend, super recommend. After letting the album sit, give us your rank of Skeleta from favorite to least favorite. Oh my god, I knew this was gonna come. If you saw the video that I posted reviewing my predictions for Skeleta, I posted that on like hours after the album had come out, and it hadn't sunk in as well. And I feel like Skeleta is an album that really lends itself to like multiple listens and gets better with more listens. And but I don't like ranking music. I think it robs me of a bit of enjoyment. So let's do a tier list. On the top of my tier list, there's Umbra, which is like great transcendental track, probably like a career highlight for Ghost, one of the best songs that I've ever heard from them. Then I'm putting on my favorites track list. I'm putting Lacrima and Marks of the Evil One. On tracks I like very much and have a special care for: Mycelia Mori, Cenotaph, and Satanized. And very good tracks: Excelsis, De Profundis Borealis, and Peacefield. Those are excellent tracks, but I feel like those tracks are more like album tracks for when I'm listening to the album back to back. They're not necessarily something I would pick out and listen to just it, because if I hear Peacefield, I want to hear Lacrima just after, and if I'm hearing Guiding Lights, and I need to hear De Profundis right after it and before Cenotaph. And to be fair, I still listen to albums like back to back. That's still my main way of listening to music. So I'm not putting these any lower than great, because they are great tracks that add so much to the album. Did I miss anyone? If I missed any of the songs, just know that I think it's great and I love it. And Skeleta is a really good album. I really like Skeleta, and I think a lot of people were turned off by it not being in Para 2, because there's no hit single in Skeleta, and it's a little less, you know, bombastic than like Impera or Prequel, but I feel like that works to its favor. I feel like it's such a deep album, it's such a raw album in terms of feelings, and I love it very, very, very much. I think those were all of the questions that I got that are either like not repeats of each other, because I had like 5 people ask me what Papa is my favorite, and but like, thank you people so much. Thank you for 10K followers on Instagram, and thank you for 1,000 here on YouTube. I also value that a lot, and I'm gonna try to do a little bit more YouTubing, because you people seem to enjoy that, and so I enjoyed, you enjoyed, you know, the girl you wanna do, but you know it takes two. Luckily, bye bye.